flew fast. And before we knew, 20 years had passed. Now, players that were not yet hatched were taking part to finish their match. And others too had gone aboard, not in ones or twos, but hordes would come up here and grace the stage. Young, not so young, and those of a certain age. You know, Jane had the experience, and we hope of you, our audience. So, here it is, our pattern. Lady Clothes, that's sometimes mine. As you know by now, it's Canto 21, so join in with the frolics and fun. Raise the roof and sink the cellar. Ladies and gentlemen, Cinderella.
Well, there's a loud knock at the door. Who could it possibly be on this cold and wintry Christmas Eve?
As Cinderella checks the door and lets out all the heat, welcoming her visitors from the snow and sleet, you may wonder why our actors in such conditions are performing. Well, Christmas was much colder prior to global warming.
Carol singers, how lovely. Come in, my dears, you must be frozen.
Merry Christmas, Cinderella.
Merry Christmas.
We spent all evening singing to raise funds to buy a new village hall.
Time for money. Mine. And no one has got any money for us.
Well, perhaps you should try the lottery commission.
We did, and this is all they gave us.
We owe you one village hall. Well, that's not a lot of use. But I don't have much to give you either, I'm afraid. But I can offer you some shelter, and I don't suppose you'll miss a few homemade mince pies. You'll have to sing for your supper first.
You, Cinderella, we would sing all night for nothing.
Quiet, you fool. Those pies look far too good to pass up.
Don't worry, you can all have a mince pie. But please sing to me first. I could do with cheering up before I finish my chores.
Wonderland. On the way is a bluebird.
midnight, then it's off to bed nice and early. I have to be up at 5 o'clock tomorrow. There's a lot for me to do on Christmas Day.
It's time that you met Buttons, a cheeky sort of fella, a handyman and the best friend of our lovely Cinderella. Now, Buttons, bless his cotton socks, he's got a crush on Cinderella. He always tries to do his best, but normally just tinders. As I said, he's cheeky, but he's also rather quiet. He'd like to kiss our sisters, but he's much too shy to try it. So when he comes on shore, please give a mighty cheer, because quite confidentially, he'd rather not be here.
Hello, Buttons, and a very Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Cinderella. Although you may not think so when I give you my news.
Why? Whatever has happened?
The postman has been.
Well, that's not too disastrous, Buttons. A little unusual for him to call at this time of night, or any time of day following privatisation. But I think we could cope.
But you don't understand, Cinderella. It was a special delivery.
Well, they do try to show willing at this time of year, and I'm sure you gave the man a nice tip.
No, a special delivery to our two stepsisters, Pam Dadds, from Prince Charming himself.
The Prince has bought a present for those two. I simply don't believe it.
Not a present, an invitation. He's invited every unwed maiden to a grand Christmas ball this evening. His father, the king, has grown tired of the prince enjoying himself and has told him to settle down and get married instead.
The two conditions are mutually compatible, Buttons, but I do catch your drift. Do you think I'll get an invitation?
Well, you're an unwed maiden, so by rights you should be there. But I'm sure your stepsisters will keep you busy. I heard them saying they had to be made beautiful for the prince. And frankly, that is going to be a very long job. Oh, here they come.
The scene is set, the story starts, and I bring to you, my chums, a pair of ugly sisters who should enroll in bums and tongues. When they're not eating chocolate, they spend their time in bed. Any jobs that they should do, Cinder does instead.
I do wish you'd stop shutting me around.
Get out my way! I'm trying to first go. Boys, wait! And
what are all these people doing here?
No idea what
Who let you in? And they're a shifty-looking lot as well. Come here at once.
Yes, we need your help. We've exclusive invitations to the Prince's ball this evening.
He has invited all the most beautiful young ladies in the kingdom.
Well, since you're not beautiful, or young, or ladies, why have you two had an invitation?
You! Just get back to your duties, go on.
And don't speak until you're spoken to.
Was there an invitation for me, my dear stepsister?
No, sorry, Cinderella, nothing for you.
No, the Prince only wants young and beautiful girls.
Yes.
Yes, you've got a funny-looking face.
Well, it's not so much fun, it's tragic.
Are you sure? I bet there was an invitation for Cinders, wasn't there?
Oh, no, there was.
Oh, no, there wasn't.
Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure the Prince wouldn't be interested in a poor scullery maid like me.
No.
Quite right too, my girl. Now look lively. You've got lots to do to make us look beautiful.
Now there's
Right now, Cinderella, the first thing I'd like you to do is to have a look at my best party frock. It needs letting out a bit. It's much too tight. You must have shrunk it at least 10 inches since I last wore it.
But I haven't washed it since you last wore it.
See, you've even got even fatter than your last party. Oh, the Prince is going to favour me.
What? With your face?
Yes.
Oh, no, he'll take one look at my lovely complexion and fall head over heels.
Well, he'll certainly have to step backwards, my
There, even Cinderella thinks I'm beautiful.
Well, I'd better go fetch your clothes. I'll see you in your bedchamber shortly.
Right.
My darling daughters. You heard the news about the ball this evening?
Yes, Mamma, and we've got our invitations. Look, aren't they posh?
Oh, good. Now, one of you must win the prince's hand, and then all our money worries will be over. Even though you're both lovely, fragrant creatures. It doesn't hurt to study yours a little in your favour.
Well, how can we do that, dearest Mamma?
By getting rid of the competition and doing some careful planning. I've been in touch with Baron Blackheart, Prince Charming's wicked uncle, and he is going to help. But the first thing we must do is make sure that Cinderella does not get her invitation.
Well, there's a lucky thing.
What did you do with that invitation for Cinderella?
Oh no, I forgot to give it to her. Oh, Gertie, you didn't remind me.
Oh, I know I should have, but I forgot as well.
What? It's too late now. She'll never have time to get us ready, and herself as well.
I think it would be kinder all around if we just sort of, you know, threw it away.
Then no one will ever know.
You not going to tell, will you?
Yes!
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, yes, we will.
Tell tales. Can't forget more tongues.
Now, stop talking to your friends. We haven't got time to spare. You two see to it that you look your best. And I will go and organise a coach for you from those nice buffalo people.
Are you sure you want to use them again, Mamma?
Yes, the last time we got on one of their coaches, the suspension broke. And we had to walk 5 miles home in the rain.
Yes, they are renowned for their weak suspension.
No, leave it all to me. Don't worry.
Right, now then, what about this lot? Do you think they will tell Cinderella about her invitation?
Of course we will.
I know how to them on our side. We'll sing to them.
That's a good idea, Pud. What should we sing to them?
Something nice.
Yes.
About us.
Oh, another good idea, Pud. Yes, I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't you?
No, too bad, because we're going to sing it anyway, so there. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to get on with the neighbours?
They make it very clear they've got no room for ravers.
They stop me from grooming, they bang on me warm.
They're doing me in a deed, it's no good at all. Lazy Sunday afternoon, I got no time to worry. Close my eyes and drift away.
Here we all are. they must be in training.
Yes.
We're surely not supposed to sound like that, are we? Well.
Yes, now we put
Yes,
ourselves
we better get on. We'll go.
Yes.
They're really quite intelligent. They're in the hands of dealing with an evening. Well, Cinderella not going to the ball. But are they quite remorseful? No, they don't care at all. But now, here comes a man who's really quite bizarre. The hero of our time, His Highness Prince Charming. We really should feel privileged that we're about to meet the royalty, so show respect and gaze upon your feet. No, I mean it. On your feet, please. Or stand up for once. Always treat the royal prince with every due deference. All stand up in the royal presence, each and every time Prince Charming makes an
Right silence! Quiet and plenty of hush for his royal importance, the Prince Charming! They're all ready for you, Squire. Oh, I mean your principliness. I got 'em all to stand up for you, you know.
Please be seated.
Well, sire, are you ready to choose your bride tonight?
Danzini, my good and trusted friend, you know that I've been searching for a bride for many months now, without success.
Perhaps you are too choosy, sire. There must be at least one fair maid in the kingdom who would not offend your eye.
If only it was that easy, my friend. I've been offered hundreds of potential wives, but the nice ones are too old or too plain, while the fair ones are too concerned with their looks to make a fitting companion.
Your father, the king, has unfortunately put you in a quandary, sire. For you must choose soon, or lose your inheritance and the kingdom.
I know this only too well, my friend. Let us hope that tonight we can resolve the matter. Have the invitations been sent out to every unwed maiden in the land?
They have, sire.
Then we can only hope for the best. Come, Danzini, let's prepare for the ball. Perhaps I can entertain young ladies by reciting some of my poetry to them.
Oh, well, sire, your poetry would certainly entertain them one way or another.
I'm glad you said that, my old friend, because I've prepared one especially for the occasion.
Oh, joy, sire.
I shall read it for you. Now tell me honestly what you think. A charming young prince full of class. That's me. It's a play on the word charming, do you see?
Yes, I think I can grasp that one, sire. Most amusing. Now, shall we get on?
No, wait, there's more.
Oh, goody, sire.
A charming young prince full of class found princesses to be rather sparse. He wasn't that fussy. He'd have any old hussy, as long as she had a nice...
Thank you.
I can't quite think of the last word yet. What do you think?
Well, it's a little short, sire, but all the better for that, perhaps. Now, we really must be on our way, lest you are late for your own ball, and that would never do.
I suppose you are all the peasants from Modena.
I'm pretty.
I think you are peasants, yes. Baron Blackheart. Blackheart by name and Blackhearted by nature. I plan to stop the prince from getting married, and then I will inherit the kingdom for myself. I will make a much better king than that soppy prince. Do you not agree? No. Yes, I will. Mais oui, I will. I think we'll leave it there. There's a long way to go, you know. Now, all I have to do is wait until the prince finds a girl to marry. Of course, the mother of those two ugly sisters thinks that they are in their chance, and that maybe I can persuade the prince to marry one of them. But no! Even the prince is not that foolish as to choose one of them. No. The prince, he will choose a beautiful bride. And when he has chosen one, I will kidnap her and hide her away until it is too late. And then I will inherit the kingdom for myself.
How do you want
And maybe even the For once in my life, I have something to live for.
Oh, no, you haven't.
A plan that will give me a chance. A chance to become one of life's leading persons. A kingdom for me, and maybe a life. For once in my life, I'll be king of this country. Money and wealth and a hell lot of bounty. For once in my life, I'll be someone who'll be rich. For once in my life, I have something to live for. Christiane will soon be no more. For once, I have all of these riches and maybe this girl will marry for sure. For once in my life, I'll use all in my power. I'll plan and I'll scheme and it's well down before. For once in my life, I'll be someone who'll be rich. For once in my life, I'll be someone who'll be rich.
Now that the principal characters you've seen, it's time to move on to our very next scene. A place that's untidy in a terrible mire. It's where those two ugly sisters retire.
But you're not supposed to be in here. You know the sister's bedroom is out of bounds to you.
And to any other right-thinking man as well. I just came to see how you're getting on, sisters. Do you need a hand?
No, thank you, Buttons. I'm almost finished. The sisters' dresses are pressed, and I've let out the seams to size 40. So they should just about be able to squeeze into them.
Okay, I'm going to leave.
Well, come on. We're kind of in the bed. Come on, it's Cinderella.
Cinderella!
Cinderella. So how's it going?
Yes, Cinderella, you really are so lazy. I don't know why to put up with you.
It's not paid.
What was that?
I said having a stay.
Well, mine are fine, but she's bursting out of hers.
Are you saying I'm fat? I'm just behold. Or is that having weight for my height?
Oh, I didn't realise you're 10'3".
You horrible sister! When I marry the prince, I'll have half a mind to banish you from my kingdom.
Well, when I marry the prince, I shall ban you from eating donuts.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
time of the little dainty ones.
Yes, Stepsisters.
Right. Now, have you got rid of Cinderella's invitation yet?
No, not yet. I'll do it later.
Do it now before she comes back. Look, throw it under the bed. You're going to find it there.
Don't you guess that, David? What's a good idea? Nobody ever looks under there.
Of course they don't.
No.
Hello, my beautiful girls. Are you getting ready for your big entrance?
Well, nearly, Mamma. It's just that, well, she's so big, her entrance will need to be bigger than mine.
At least I won't roll in.
Stop squabbling amongst yourselves. Only one of you can marry the prince. The other will have to be an honourable loser. Whoever wins will have to look after their poor mother and their sister. Is that understood?
Yes, Mamma.
I've organised your transport for you. There were no stagecoaches left for hire, so I've got you these.
But these are bus tickets.
Sorry, it's all that was left. You just have to wait outside the post office.
But these are single tickets. How are we going to get back again?
Oh, you silly girl. You'll be coming back in the stagecoach.
Oh.
Now, this is the other part of my plan. As you know, the king has decreed that if the prince cannot find a bride at the ball tonight, he will never become king himself. So he has to choose one. And to be on the safe side, I have arranged to eliminate the opposition.
Oh, how, Ma?
You don't need to know the details, but it is important that you do not eat the chili. As long as you can make sure that Cinderella will not be there, the prince will simply have to choose one of you. Now let's get you ready. Cinderella will help. Cinderella! Get him along, you lazy child, and help me get into lovely party dresses. We don't want it to be late, do we?
Mamma, I would like you to help me with mine. Cinderella's idol, and she's all fingers and thumbs.
Oh, come on. Right, now, let's actually, of course,
Tighten this up a bit, because I'm so thin now, it needs to be tight.
Now, heave.
Heave, yes, heave.
Now, keep going.
Keep going.
Let go!
Why did you shout let go, you silly sister?
It was you who shouted it.
You've got to get you dressed.
But it wasn't my fault.
Let's try it again, shall we? Right. Pull harder.
Yes, pull.
Yes, keep going.
Don't stop.
Let go.
Good there. Right, now where's my dress? Come on. I've got all night.
I have my dress on now, Mamma, please.
Let's dress mine. It's starting me.
Quite a small one.
Get in here with me. There we go. Right. Well, now to see that you shrunk my dress. Will you sit me up?
I can't. It's stuck. Right.
Not only have you shrunk my best frock, you've broken the zip as well. I've half a mind to take this out of your wages.
Well, you don't pay me any wages.
Is it any wonder you're idle and incompetent? No Christmas dinner for you, my girl.
Isn't it hard work staying beautiful?
All trying to talk to you, isn't it? Right, get my pig thingy.
Oh, yes, please dig it, yes.
Very lovely.
Now, let me see how beautiful you both well back.
About 5 miles should do it.
I said big smiles should do it.
Yeah, it'll match your big ears.
I think you look lovely, my dear.
Yes, you do look lovely, my dears. You've inherited my looks.
So here and here, the front half of the bus.
I said you'd better not miss your bus.
Oh,
enough. I can't wait to see you come home in a safe boat. Cinderella, you clear up in here, then clean up the grate in the kitchen. You've been standing around doing nothing for far too long. You understand that?
I've some other horrible jobs to do as well.
Senders, look what I've got.
What is it?
Ugh. It's your invitation to the ball. Those horrible stepsisters of yours had it all along. They hid it under the bed to stop you from going. Now you can.
Oh, but it were only that simple.
Cinderella, it is that simple.
I've got the fireplace to clean and all the household chores to be done.
Don't worry, I'll do your housework for you when you're gone.
It's no use, but I've got nothing to wear, I've got no money and no way of getting to the ball.
Perhaps there's something in the clothes closet you could wear.
Don't even think about it, man. There's nothing in there that would fit me, let alone suit me. No Maxine, there's no point in doing a better thing for me. Scullery maid I am, and a scullery maid I will always be.
Merry Christmas, Cinderella. Cinderella. I do love her so, but she treats me like a brother. I would dearly like to see her free of those horrible stepsisters and be happy. I really, really wish she could go to the ball. Hey, who turned out the lights?
Oh, you today, questions. If you want to know, and I'm not sure it's any business of yours, young man, I am Cinderella's fairy godmother. However, you're not Cinderella, so I must have materialised in the wrong place or the wrong time or something. I am hopeless at map reading. Ever since Cinderella was born, I have been her fairy godmother and I have been looking for her. But every time I appear, she seems to have disappeared and I get horribly lost. Oh, well, I suppose I'd better be on my way. She's nowhere to be seen. I have my business card here. So if you should see her, please get in touch. And remember, you mustn't just wish, you must really, really wish. Oh, don't forget the actions.
Hang on a minute. You turn up and announce you're Cinderella's fairy godmother. Then you say you've never even met her. And to make things worse, you don't even know where she is. The been the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You must think I'm stupid.
Yes, but I'm sure you have a very nice nature. Oh, I must be off.
Did I just dream that? Well, if I didn't dream it, she couldn't really be Cinderella's fairy godmother now, could she?
Yes.
You've been watching too many pantomimes. Those sort of things, they don't happen in real life. I know, I'll pop down to the kitchen and see what Cinderella thinks. Bye for now.
Are we all good? Yes, did anyone see us? No, it'll be quiet through the window. No, but all our mum and dad think we're asleep. What's the time?
I don't know. I haven't learned time yet.
We got the candles on at 8, so it must be 9 o'clock.
Wow, I've never been up this late before.
What time does he come? It must be soon. If it's 9 o'clock, it's nearly morning.
I'm scared.
It's dark and it's cold.
Look, we all agree that we're going outside to put a lantern out on the roof of Bruno.
Let's sing that song we learned at school. That'll pass the time.
So back on quickly now. Ho, ho, ho!
buttons. Do you know how they affect you?
Pardon?
Granted, better out than in, I always say.
No, Cinderella, that's not what I meant at all. I was in your stepsister's bedroom when I saw an apparition.
A pair of what?
Not a pair, an apparition. It could have been the ghost of Christmas, but she spoke to me.
Well, that's fine, Buttons. Why don't you pop back and carry on with the chat? I've got all this cleaning to finish before I go to bed, and I'm getting tired.
Cinderella, will you please stop what you were doing and listen? Just now, I was in your stepsister's bedroom when the lights went out. When they came back on again, there was this lady standing in the corner of the room. She told me she was your fairy godmother, and she'd been looking for you since you were born, but she couldn't find you. And then she disappeared again.
Buttons, have you been at stepmother's gin bottle again? Do you know what happened the last time?
No, how can I prove it to you? I don't. Ask the audience. They saw it, didn't you?
Yes! See, this is all very interesting, but I don't have time to discuss figments of everybody's imagination.
Look, she even gave me a card and told me to get in touch if I find you.
Well, you found me, so why don't you get in touch?
I don't know how to.
Well, that's put pay to that then, doesn't it? Good night, Buttons.
What did I do last time to make her appear? I wish I could remember. Can you remember what I did? That's it. I made a wish. I wish the fairy godmother would come back. Really? Well, that didn't work. It must be something else. Think.
Really.
I really wish the fairy godmother
Hey!
Where did you come from? Who are you?
Oh, no. Don't go through all that again. He knows the answers. Now, more to the point, who are you?
My name is Cinderella. How do you do?
Oh, very nicely, thank you. I am so pleased to meet you at last. I've been looking for you for years. I'm your fairy godmother, and I can grant you one wish.
Well, that's really nice, but I have a home and food and friends like good old Buttons here. What more can I possibly wish for?
Cinderella, the ball. You want to go to the ball.
That money with dress and coach and horses. I don't think one little wish is going to cover all that.
Oh, yes, it would.
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Oh, yes, it would.
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Oh, yes, it would.
Well, maybe it would then.
Oh, no. Stop messing about, you two. I have a lot of work to do, and I need privacy for this, so you scrap. Cinderella, you shall go to the ball.
And I always thought fairy godmothers were supposed to be pleasant little old ladies.
Now, we mustn't waste any time if we're to get you ready for the prince's ball. So, come and stand over in the corner there. I need lots of room for my magic. Better still, when you pop outside, the mortals mustn't see my magic. Cinderella, you can come out now. I'm almost ready.
Well, I don't like to complain, but nothing has happened. And why start?
Oh, patience, my dear. Now, I hope you won't startle when the lights went down. Sometimes my power seems to interfere with the power supply. Now, do you know there's something you can get for that? But I haven't got round to getting one just yet. Now, where was I?
You were about to do some of your magic.
Oh, yes, so I was. Guardians of the Magic Manuals, Tommy Cooper and Paul Daniels. With the powers that I possess, grant Cinderella a party dress. learn magic. I'm not as young as I used to be. Now, my dear, the coach and horse is all ready for you, so off to the ball and have a wonderful time. But you must remember, you mustn't stay any longer after the clock strikes 12, or else my magic will disappear.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Fairy Godmother. Thank you.
Well, you didn't think I was going to turn the pumpkin into a coach. What was tasty of you? This is the village hall, not the stadium. What did you expect for a fiver?
Oh, hello. Are you still there?
Oh, apparently.
Where's Cinderella?
Oh, I've sent her off to the ball. I'm sure she's going to have a wonderful time. There she goes.
I don't know if it might sound ungenerous, but what about us, stuck here in the kitchen on Christmas Eve? Cinderella and even her ugly stepsisters are out enjoying themselves, and we have nothing to do.
Now, I think if you go look outside in the street, you'll be in for a pleasant surprise.
Hey, it's the carol singers. Come in and warm yourself by the fire.
Cinderella,
Oh, we just saw her being driven off by a beautiful coach.
White, green, white.
oh, mice, my dear, mice.
Why don't we have a sing-along to cheer ourselves up?
Oh, what a good idea. I think I shall sit down here and listen. But why don't you come in out of the cold and join us?
What should we sing?
Let's sing some party songs.
Perhaps the audience should join us now, if they know the words.
Now the day younger,
Cinderella in her lovely party. But Willis was one of the movie. I'm sure you know the song. The ugly sisters think they'll win, but we know they will not. And what about the man? Will he capture Nicholas? Or will he get himself found out as the prince's plan is? I'll see you all quite shortly. I must have a drink. I'll see you and go for the third act of the movie. After I come on, I'll see you in the moment. Stay right there. Welcome back. I'm pleased you stayed. I think you're very wise. And if you join the raffle, I hope you won a prize. No, I know about the green and pink, but sorry. So let's rejoin our story where they're dancing through the night. Don't forget, stand up when the princess is lost.
When I'm married to the prince, I shall have the whole place redecorated.
Good idea, Bud. When I'm married to the prince, I'm going to have purple and yellow blocked wallpaper everywhere.
Yes, so tasteful. And that awful Chippendale furniture, it'll have to go.
Yes, yes. MFI do much better stuff.
Much better. See, we're not just beautiful faces. We're so talented, we can present changing rooms as well.
Yes, and you lot much rather go home.
Yes.
Stand yours with the prince.
Yes, off we go.
I've been quite easy. It's the party. Let's have a proper dance.
God, come on, Ron, I want to dance to the music.
with a mysterious woman.
No one knows who she is or where she's from. But the prince in France. He's paying attention to no one else.
You know, I'm feeling a little poorly. Well, as a matter of fact, so am I. Oh, I think I caught the prince's eye just now. You caught a lot more than his eye. You knocked him flying. He landed on his you-know-where. Yes. Oh, and you laughed when the prince recited his poetry.
Well, how was I to know it was supposed to be serious?
Let's behave, everyone. Here comes the prince.
Jesus Christ, Royal Highness! And your red smarty pants! The Prince Charming!
See, everybody knows the prince's poems sound funny. That's because they're rubbish. But nobody ever dares to tell him that because he is the prince. Oh.
It is unfortunate that you do not appreciate royal verses, and equally unfortunate that you have yet to acquire good manners.
No, not me, your kingship. I need your worship. I need your princeship. No, I love your poet. I'm your biggest fan. No, it wasn't me, it was her.
It was you who laughed, no, wasn't it?
That's easy. I believe this time needs two less. Would you kindly show us the way out?
With the greatest of pleasure, sire.
No, you can't give her us yet.
No, wait, yeah.
Oh, I don't feel very well.
Oh, neither do I!
Well done, Vicky. That has saved me from the past. Now, my dear, let us have one more dance.
I'm sorry, Your Highness, I'm late.
Dandini, quickly, you must follow her.
Too late, sire. She has fled the palace.
Well, bloody dead! She's cleaned off! The mist has left the building! You have to play on words in case any of you are Elvis fans.
Mary Godmother. I've had a wonderful evening.
Oh, you're very welcome, Duchess. It was only a small spell after all.
I wonder what's become of Cinderella.
Oh, now that I cannot tell. But I hope she heeded my warning and left the ball before the clock struck 12, for that's when the spell ran out.
As no doubt did Cinderella. Hey, I'm starving. Could you rustle up some sweets? I know it's past midnight and you're not too hot on early morning spells, but how about some after 8?
Lovely to see them. But would you prefer some Cadbury's buttons? I bother sometimes. Buttons is hungry, so are we all. 3 cents and sweets from the back of the hall.
Ho, ho, ho!
How nice to see you again.
You know Santa?
Oh, yes, of course. He's always promising to take me on his round as a map reader.
Sorry, the best thing hasn't taken 18 years to find him.
Oh, well, perhaps you're right. Now, what have you got for us, Santa?
Ho, 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 Matilda!
Oh, quite dear.
You asked for sweets, but you never told me how many you needed. I know how generous you are, so I brought you plenty.
Oh, my goodness me. What a lot there are. If we eat all those, we'll burst. Now, who can we give them to?
How about giving some to the children in the audience?
Oh, do you think they would want them? They look very shy to me.
Why don't we ask them?
Would any of your children like a sweet?
Come up on the stage and join us. Now, we're going to sing to Santa Claus first of all, and I'm sure it's going to be a song that you know. It's when Santa got stuck up the chimneys.
Santa got stuck up the chimney, he began to shout. You've got some boys for getting toys if you don't hold me out. My name is now, it's something like Santa, my nose is tickling too. When Santa got stuck up the chimney, achoo, achoo, achoo. When Santa got stuck up the chimney, he began to shout. You've got some boys for getting toys if you don't hold me out. My name is now, it's something like Santa, my nose is tickling too. When Santa got stuck up the chimney, achoo, achoo, achoo.
Very good.
my boys and girls.
And now we've all met Santa Claus. I used to enjoy the fun. You don't see them all at once, you gluttons. Now, back we go to Cindy's kitchen, where stepmother's waiting and pacing and itching to see if her plan to ensnare the Lord and work, and her daughters finally scored.
Where are those girls of mine? It's past 2 o'clock. They must have really impressed the prince for him to keep them this late. Oh, I can't wait for the big wedding. One of which of my 2 beautiful daughters he's chosen. When I am mother to the princess, I will have untold riches and servants, all the chocolate I can eat.
We just walked all the way from the palace. Oh, my poor feet. Oh, my poor feet. Oh, my aching tummy. Oh, my aching tummy.
Oh, Tommy's ache. I told you not to eat the chili.
The chili?
Yes.
We thought you said the jelly. Gertie ate half the chili. Well, you ate the other half.
Stupid girls. You've ruined our only chance of marrying royalty.
Well, it wasn't my fault. I'm sure that the prince would have fancied me, only that floozy hogged him all night.
What are you talking about?
Yes, it wasn't fair. You indulged with one girl and she wasn't nearly as pretty as us. Well, not as pretty as me, anyway. No, me.
Did he ask us to marry him?
We don't know. We had to leave early because we were poorly. Although, I'm sure I saw her leaving just after we did.
Really? So, all may not be lost. Come on, let's get to bed. I need to think. I may be able to save the situation yet. Come on.
All the way back home. A pair of silly sisters. They've got their smelly size 12 feet quite full up with blisters. And just to make it all worse, they've each an aching tummy. Because they ate the chili that the doctors had their mummies. But now, here comes our Cinder, looking rather less dark than she was at the party where she left her shoe behind. Has she blown her only chance at the princess's latest parlour? Or will Prince Charming find her and release her from the parlour?
Yes, I'm in another time.
You never compete with a real-life prince. For years I've loved Cinders, and even though I knew she never saw me as anything more than a friend, I still hoped she would change her mind and love me as much as I love her. Oh, I'm so unhappy. Oh. Is that the best you can do? Here I am standing here heartbroken, pouring my feelings out, and all you can manage is rotten. I was going to sing a song, but I don't think I
You have to feel sorry for him. His chances with Cinders have always been slim. Should be his best friend, he's supposed to be. And there are other nice bits of things. But apart from this sad, this is depressing. Here comes a character who's not such a blessing. The bound trying, as I'm sure you all know, to steal this charming kingdom by the end of the show.
Get off! Rabbit!
You're all still is it? Well, so am I.
But soon, you will all be going back to your horrible, little, messy, cold, dank. Did I say horrible? Horrible, little peasant hovels! Whilst I plan to inherit the prince's palace. Apparently, the prince, he found the girl. But then, he went and lost her. If he cannot even find the bride without losing her straight away, what chance does he stand against moi? The prince. Is it just me, or is the prince a little bit feminine? It is me, I don't know. But anyway, the prince is going to visit every household in the kingdom to try and find his newfound girlfriend. But when he does, I will be there waiting for him. And as soon as his back is turned, I will clamor for myself! If he hasn't found his bride by Saturday night, the kingdom will be mine! Now, I must keep out of the way of the mother of those ugly sisters. She thinks I'm going to persuade the prince to marry one of her daughters. But now that I have seen them, I want nothing to do with them. So, if you see the mother, you let me know, okay?
No.
You just said you wouldn't tell me, and now you tell me. Goldfish. No, not now. When she turns up, you tell me. You don't listen, do you? You never listen.
Baron Blackheart. At last, I've been searching for you everywhere. My two lovely daughters were taken ill at the ball, and so the prince still hasn't found a bride. Not girls are so beautiful and such a good catch. What can you do? Can you help?
I was at the ball, you stupid woman. Now that I have seen your daughters, they are not only ugly, but they are as foolish as you. Now be gone. I no longer need you. Besides, I have my own cunning plan to capture the bride for myself.
You just wait. I have heard that the prince is going to visit every house in the kingdom and see if the maid of the house has a foot that will fit the slipper the mysterious girl left at the ball. I can just get my girls to cut their toenails. If it fits, then your plan will be stopped.
But my plan is better than yours. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh, yeah.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you're thinking maybe that was a cue for a song. Well, for once in your miserable little lives!
Each other now, mustn't we?
Yes. Now the prince will be here in a minute, so he must look as beautiful as possible.
Your case, my dear Gertie, you look so beautiful, couldn't possibly be improved.
Well, nor you, my dear Bud.
Perhaps just a little rouge on the cheeks, just to make me look even more fit and healthy.
Maybe just a little.
Just a little?
Just a little, I think.
Yes.
Come on, let's put some on.
Have we got a... Oh, yes, we'll put that on.
This is lovely. You can put
Yes,
this on.
that's good there. You have to tie it up, don't you? Yes, lovely.
See, they've got downward stripes, so you look... No, maybe not.
Maybe not what?
Maybe they shouldn't be wearing downward stripes. Maybe circle round ones this time.
I'll wear it sideways
Maybe
next time.
different sideways.
Come on then, wear it up.
That's all right then. There you go, that's down.
Right, yes.
Right, now we want a bit of rouge.
Just a little bit of rouge, just to make me look healthy outdoor time.
Yes, right. Let's try some of this.
And to the other side.
All the way.
That's wonderful, dear. Thank you, Gertie. Now, I do wonder if perhaps you too could do with a little glow.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Good. Why not?
Okay, well, we've got another one. I've got one. Your spotty one.
I've got spots on it.
Yes. I'm surprised.
Yes.
You've got it inside out, haven't you?
Have I?
Yes, it's probably all the same.
Not to worry, I'm a little bit backward.
Right, we'll do it up. Whoops. Well, we won't do it up.
You tried to strap me there.
Sit down then, you know.
Come on.
Now then, it was just a little on the cheekbone.
Just a touch, yes. Just to bring out my natural.
Little rouge, we said.
Rouge, yes.
Rouge.
Red, that's red, dear.
French for red, yes.
Yes.
French for red, that's the one.
It's not too much, yes.
No, just it's a matter of understatement.
Oh, I see. It's lovely.
Yes? Oh, yes.
Thank you, dear Wood.
Perfect.
She doesn't realise how silly I've made her look. Oh, I'm going to win the hand of that Prince Charming.
I'm going to make her look so silly, and then I shall be the prince's bride. A little more powder, Gertie.
Oh, just a little, yes. To make the rouge a bit rouge.
Yes, ready?
Yes, come on.
Yes, better shut your eyes.
Okay. Yes, thank you, dear. Yes. Some for you, perhaps.
Yes, just a little. I wish you'd stop making that noise.
Yes, come on.
To highlight my cheekbones.
Yes.
Making that noise.
Come on, you stop. Right.
I've just seen what's needed. Sit down.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you going to do to me now?
Pay attention to your chin. It's one of your strongest
Yes,
features.
I know.
Yes, the very thing. No, just as you this again. It's a matter of being subtle. Subtle, yes. Very subtle.
Yes.
Oh, it's lovely.
Actually, I think you could use perhaps a little beauty spot. Just a little cheek.
Beauty spot, yes. Oh, I've always wanted a beauty spot.
Right.
It's fine.
I think
Decisions.
That's fine.
That's
I
fine.
don't know what side my next
That side.
Yes, this side.
This side.
Come on. Right, okay.
It's a big beauty spot, is it?
Beauty mark, see dear.
I don't know how the prince will be able to resist us.
Neither do I.
No. Really, Gertie, you're sure to win. I wish you'd stop making that noise. Really, Gertie, you're so much more beautiful than I. You're bound to win.
Well, but you're so ravishing, and just as I would like you to look.
Do you think we perhaps ought to go downstairs and wait for the prince?
Oh yes, what a good idea.
I meet him down there.
Can't wait to see how you're looking there. Come on, let's go.
Come on, then.
Very jealous of the prince over here. Don't they make you feel quite ill? But don't forget the Baron is lurking to make quite certain his plan is working. If Prince Charming does find Cinderella, he will save her from this one fella. He's waiting till he sees his chance out, or he's bound
know me? I say, Tocco? Are you on the tour? Does Angela know? There is a young lady in the audience tonight. It is her birthday. She is the great-grandmother of my goddaughter. She is also the mother of the lady who painted the beautiful thing. Her name is Betty. I want you all to sing happy birthday to Betty. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Betty. Happy birthday to you. Spain. Thank you very much. You see, I'm not all evil.
Oh, yes, you are.
Now, as you can see, I am cunningly disguised as a press photographer. I'm here to capture the moment when the prince finally finds his bride. But I'll let you into a secret. I am not here to capture the moment. No. I am here to capture the bride!
Come on, give us a flash.
I don't think you're quite ready for that yet. But I'll tell you what, I'll take your photograph, huh? Yeah? Okay. Let me just, yes, I'll back a bit. I can't get you all in, so, everybody over that side, can you just... Okay, stay with me. After 3, say fromage, please, because I'm full. 1, 2, 3. What's that, so, you happy, Betty? I notice you're looking at my lens. It's rather large. But I'll tell you something. If I play with it, it gets bigger. I hope that's made your day. Maybe we should get back to the plot. If I can remember my line. just 1 hour to find his bride. If he hasn't found her by then, the kingdom will be mine! Ha ha! Now you miss
Right silence ain't very upstanding. Come on, or it's royal ring and it's a drink, darling. That is
You may relax in the presence of your Highness. We are here in our search for the fair maiden, with whom our Prince Charming is smitten. Are all the unwed maidens of the house present?
My two daughters just preparing themselves, Your Highness. I'll just go and call them. Oh, Daddy, get stuff down here now!
Come on, no, you won't! The prince is going to play the thief! Oh, no, he won't! Oh, no, he won't!
Try not to get over excited behind the flowers. Be quiet in your love,
We are finally ready. Yes, we can begin. Bring in the slipper. Are you ready, sire?
Of course I'm ready. Let us make haste. Unless I can find my bride in the next few minutes, my king will be lost. Frankly, there doesn't seem to be much wit here.
Soon the kingdom will be mine.
Now we're fucking running out of time. This is becoming a tense pantomime. Which is worse for the prince? Those girls in repose? Or the baron stealing cinders from under his nose?
In order to be sure we find the one who should truly marry the prince, we will ask all the unwed maidens of the house to try on this slipper. Whomsoever the slipper fits will marry the prince.
hooray!
Right, now, come here. It will fit. I've just put on a little weight, that's all. It's water retention, your princessliness. Honestly, marry me anyway.
Come on, now it's my turn. Come on. Right. It's a tight fit. But I think, yes, it's tight fit. Your feet are far too large. You are not the chosen one.
Today, I think I'd much rather rub my kingdom than be saddled with such a spade.
Well, if that is all the unwed maidens here, we must be on our way. Come, sire, your carriage away.
Wait, Your Highness, there is another.
There is another!
Be quiet. Ignore him, Your Highness. He's got a simple servant. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Be silent.
Be silent, or it's British Linnet!
Be quiet!
Oh, the lovely boss.
Other thing you speak.
Here, sire, let her try on the slipper. No, she's but a scullery maid, Your Highness. My gold will make a far better match for you.
Sire.
Oh no! That's it! We're off! Didn't really want to marry you!
Thank goodness they've gone. You should be my bride. What's your name?
Cinderella, Your Highness.
We must marry at once before it's too late and I lose my kingdom. Will you be my bride?
Yes, sire.
At last! This is my chance! Come
I knew you were a fake, so I've been watching you. I was ready for this. Now you are at the Prince's mercy. Who is he?
Remove his cap. Think I know who he is. None other than Baron Blackheart, my wicked uncle. He's been trying to steal my inheritance for years. He must be punished. Take him away and lock him up forever.
You dare not threaten me? With permission and good behavior, I will be out within a week. However, I must know just one thing. How on earth did you suspect me? When I was so well disguised.
It was simple. Your disguise was good. Very good. It's true that you made one mistake. One little mistake. Your camera. They haven't been invented yet.
Cut it! Quiet again! But I will be back.
I know you won't.
Mary, I will.
Take him away. Make way! Hell, with a brick!
Sire, the time. We have but minutes left. You must be married immediately. Is there a vicar in the house?
Yes. What do you want?
Will you marry the prince?
Certainly not. He's not my type.
No. Marry the prince to Cinderella.
Well, I suppose so. I came out for a nice evening out. You'll have to have the quick version.
That's okay.
Can we get on with it, please?
Do you take each other to be man and wife?
Yes.
Right, that's it.
Yes, congratulations, Your Highness. And you, she's always been my favourite stepdaughter. Button, you deserve our heartfelt thanks. I hereby bestow you untold riches and a really nice house in Brighton Stride. Oh, my dear, we must prepare for the wedding feast. And I suppose I should introduce you to my parents. But first, a poem.
Do you think that is wise, sire? After all, we would like the audience to stay until the end.
On second thought, perhaps we could sing to these two folks.
A better idea. Not a lot better, but better.
Love's in the air, everywhere I look around. Love's in the air, every sight and every sound. And I don't know if I'm being foolish, don't know if I'm being wise.
sisters, her royal life now has started. So let's bring it back to Panto days, the ones you've enjoyed calling names. And let us sing a song you know, before we finalise the show. They won't sing this song alone. You've got to join in. You might have known.
Hard luck, you two. What are you going to do now that you haven't got Cinderella to shout at?
I don't know. I shall miss her. Perhaps we can find someone else to shout at.
I hope you don't mean who I think you mean.
Oh, no, not you. This lot. Oh, yes, we will. Well, anyway, we've got to sing a song while they change the scenery. You'll give us a hand, won't you? Yes, you will. Will you?
I'm not sure they'll manage it. The words are too difficult.
Well, it's good because they're not very clever.
No, they are a bit stupid,
We
really.
did write them down before. It's Buttons remembers.
Can you read?
Come along, Buttons.
No.
Just
Oh,
like that.
that's no good. They can't read.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, well. They'll have to try and pick it up. as
Well,
they
you
go
listen
along.
to us. Try and join in if you can, okay?
Yes. Concentrate really hard, you can manage those words.
Even Buttons gets them right this time.
That's not likely to happen. No. I tell you what I want to do is I want to hear the good-looking side of the audience.
My side?
No, my side.
What is a good-looking side?
I did.
Yes, apparently my side is setting there.
Right.
Right, well, you go first then.
We're going to go first, and we're going to show all the... Well, I won't say. I'll show them what real singing's like, right? Yes, that as well.
Okay, yes. When you're ready. I shall sit down and listen. I'm not impressed already.
Shall we all join go together and do it properly?
I think one more rousing
rendition. That's a long word.
Come on, Buster, sort it out here. Stop away.
Our pantomime has ended. We hope next year we're recommended and see you back before too long. But before we go, our finale song.
We hope that you've enjoyed our show. We're really sad, but it's time to go.
From cast and crew and storyteller.
Good night from Cinderella.